On est très pragmatique sur la chaîne. C'était important pour nous de venir toucher du doigt et donc de voir ce qui se fait, si c'est vraiment ce qu'ils font, parce qu'il y a beaucoup de gens qui disent des choses sur les réseaux sociaux. Et elle était recommandée également. Les gars, c'est grave, hein? Regardez l'aspect de quelqu'un. On est en train de courir comme ça. On est en train de courir, on doit partir très tôt pour éviter le trafic. Parce qu'ici, et le jour se lève vite, parce que si vous dites qu'il est 5h30, vous n'allez pas me croire. Donc je vais faire, can I put that here?
Yes.
Okay. Donc je vais faire ce qui est make-up et tout le reste en route. Mais on y va les gars, on y va. On est au Nigeria, on est au Nigeria. On est au Nigeria, ne regardez pas ça, ne regardez pas ça. Et je veux vous introduire un business très intéressant parce que là où on part à 3 heures de route de Lagos. Donc normalement on devrait arriver là-bas dans autour de quoi, 8h30, 9h ou plus tard. Hello Mr. Dele.
Morning, ma.
How are you?
Fine.
Are you ready?
Yeah, we are good.
Let's hit the road.
Yeah,
Woo! Let's go, guys. Let's go. Je pense qu'on est perdu. Hein. Le moteur taxi qui nous menait là-bas, le chauffeur l'a invité pour dire qu'il ne sait pas où il part. Là maintenant on est revenu au carrefour pour se renseigner et on doit repartir. Oh là là les gars, la fête de 3 heures là, on est déjà rendu à 4 heures facile. Là on a quitté vers 5 heures et quelques. Il est pratiquement 9h30. Mais on va y arriver, c'est la première fois. On lance. Let's go. Nous venons d'arriver à l'endroit et la surprise est là. Je vais vous présenter à la dame, c'est une Nigériane bien sûr, hein, dont elle va parler anglais. Je vais essayer de faire la traduction en français pour vous, pour faciliter les choses. Et la surprise est ici. Hello, hello, hello.
Hi, good morning.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, could you please introduce yourself to people?
All right, good morning. My name is Ajoke Lawon. I lead the team of JUTEUX Agro & a snail farm located in Moniya, Ibadan. We rear snails using herbs, fruit waste, vegetable waste, and locally formulated snail feed to grow giant edible snails.
Oh, awesome. Thanks, Ajoke. But this was actually a surprise. People didn't know where we were coming. I'm explaining to her that je lui explique que c'était une surprise. Les gens ne savaient pas où on venait. Donc, vous avez compris, on est dans une ferme d'escargots. Ajoke, what do you do here? Explain to us.
We grow snails.
You grow snails?
Yes.
And they're big like that?
Yeah, these are even small. We have the bigger ones here.
Those are small. Elle dit que ceci c'est petit. Et il y a les plus gros devant. Wow. 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 Those are different species, right?
They are the same species but of different sizes.
Oh.
So these are the big sizes. We call them jumbo.
Jumbo.
You can see the size over there.
But how come some are small, other ones are big?
Yeah, that's because they are not of the same age range.
Oh, okay.
So these are older. They are between 2.5 years old, and those are a year around.
Snails can last that long?
Yes, they can live for 5 years.
Oh wow!
Yes.
I didn't know that. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so I just want you to explain us the basics. Don't get into details. The people interested in learning more will reach out,
of course,
obviously, and just to let them know you do training. Ok, donc je lui explique que elle va nous expliquer comment on fait justement l'élevage. Ceux qui ont besoin d'avoir plus d'informations vont la contacter directement. So tell us, if we have to go through the cycle, si on doit rentrer dans le cycle, ça prend combien de temps pour élever les escargots? How long does it take for snails to raise snails?
Okay.
What's a cycle?
Okay, so it's literally between 8 months to 18 months. So depending on the goal of the snail farmer, if your goal is to just grow them to a reasonable size, a market size, and sell them off, so once they are 8 months or 10 months old, you can sell them. But if you want to continue the life cycle, you want the snails to continue reproducing for you, lay eggs, the eggs would also hatch to baby snails, and you know the whole reproduction process, then you can wait for 2 years before you start selling your snails. So because they are slow growing animals and they are grown organically, like I mentioned earlier, with fruits, herbs, organically. So there is no chemical. You can't fasten the growth of snails. So the only thing you can use to boost their growth is the calcium, and the calcium is derived from their shells. So we recycle the snail shell calcium into powder.
Are you kidding?
Add, yes, we do. That's what we do at the other building. So we recycle it, and then we have a particular measurement we use to feed them to avoid cannibalism, because they are eating their own shells. So,
their own shells?
Yeah, so you have to be careful that you're not giving them too much of it to avoid cannibalism. Cannibalism is a state in snail farming where a snail feed on another snail. So it's not that they're eating their own shell, but other snails' shell. That is cannibalism. Right. So let's assume we have a snail here that is sick. Right, and we didn't notice on time. So by the time we will notice, we'll realize that another bigger snail is already feasting on the snail. That's it, and it also happened in fish farming
they
too.
know when another snail is sick.
Yes, the snail will not be active, and you know, yes.
Oh, ça c'est intéressant. I didn't know that. Ok, donc il y a le cannibalisme entre les escargots, et de faire attention comment ça se passe, et dépendamment des cycles, parce qu'elle parlait des cycles entre 8 et 18 mois.
So this is where we convert the snail shells. We convert these shells to powder, right? So, and it's part of what we use to feed our snails. Like I mentioned earlier, that when you start, you don't have everything figured out. So, but along the line, you will realize that there are other niche that you can venture into. Some people can decide that, oh, I want to recycle the shells alone. Some can decide that I want to farm snails for slime extraction, and you can also decide you want to grow the snails for meat production. So whichever niche you want to go into, the demand is there for you.
So you do that in this machine here?
Yes, we use this to crush the shells, and then we use this to blend it to fine powder.
So when you export, you remove the snail and you keep the shell?
The shells, yes. So this product, it has gone through 3 production phases. So it has 2 more to go before it becomes a fine powder. Yes. Wow.
So you do transformation here too. I like that. This couple though. This is the end product.
And the snails love it. They love it.
So you put that in the food or what?
Yes.
It's mixed with the formulated feed.
Yes. And then we use it for the soil too. So for every snail farmer that is starting out, you need to add calcium into the soil. It helps you to enrich the soil, because the snails also feed on the soil.
Oh, they do.
They eat a lot of things. So when you feed this on the soil, it makes your soil richer, and then it helps your snails. The habitat looks very nice and conducive for the snails to thrive. So not only do we use it for the feed, we also use it in the soil as well.
You guys are inspiring, huh? Who could have thought? Oh, more shells.
A lot of them here.
Another.
Them stacked here.
Wow.
So they are like raw materials. So now.
You guys are the future Dangote of snails. Wow. Les gars, vous voyez ça? Et ce sont des jeunes, hein? Un jeune couple. Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Let's go back. Now, what about those people who want to start making money ASAP?
ASP.
And if you're talking about even initial investment, how much can people start with?
You can start with 150,000 naira from your backyard. That
150,000 naira?
Yes,
wow.
on a small scale.
Okay.
That will cover your cost
C'est
of
$100,
training.
hein, les gars, $100. Okay.
It will cover your cost of training. It will cover your cost of purchasing the breeding
it covers
stuff.
training too?
Yes, it covers breeding.
Okay.
It covers training. It covers your cost of getting the snails. It also covers the cost of getting their food and calcium for the next 3 months. So when you start with an initial capital of 150,000 naira, before you make another expenses again will be after 3 months. But you will have to supplement their food with fruits and vegetables. You can get this almost free in the market.
And this is almost free in the market?
Yes, fruit waste.
Ah, fruit waste.
Yes.
Oh, that's an interesting information. Very interesting information. Wow. Okay, and can people, because here is a very nice region, can people start doing snail farming in their house? Yes. The small house, because here is a big domain.
Yes, they can start. I started from a very small place. I started from my student apartment when I was in school. So I had
this woman.
So I had just one orange box, and I started with 50 snails. And the beauty of snail farming is they don't smell.
Yeah, I don't smell anything.
Yeah, so because they don't smell, you can literally put them anywhere.
Okay.
The only reason why your snail will smell is if you have a dead snail. Okay. So if you have a dead snail here, you will perceive some odor. So but right now we cannot perceive anything because all the snails are very fine, they are healthy. We don't have any dead snails here. So, and their food also is not something that attracts ants or some other predators that could affect your neighbors. So you can do your thing in maybe your rented apartment, your own personal space, and nobody will be affected. Nobody will even know you have something going on in your backyard.
What about predators that you mentioned? What are the predators?
Okay, so there are a lot of predators to snails. Number one predators are man.
Can you hold this out? The man?
Yes. So let's assume that you have your farm in a place that is not enclosed. Because they are quiet animal, anybody can just come in and pick your snails. So that's number one predator.
Okay.
Then we also have ants. We have soldier ants, we have black ants that can feed on the snails. Then we have lizards, snakes, wall gecko, and all of those are predators to snails. You see that the farm is enclosed in such a way that lizard, wall gecko cannot have access to come into the farm. So that is why we encamp it like this. Okay. Yes. And then for the soldier ants, because they come from outside, we have a gutter outside, and then we are going to add black engine oil into the gutter. So when the ants come and they smell the oil, they will go back. They can't stand the smell of the oil. So that is how we are preventing soldier ants from coming into the farm.
Okay. Wow. Okay. That's really interesting. Now, how is the demand? I'm gonna go just a bit technical, because I was reading that a lot of snail farmers are exporting the snails to Spain.
Oh, really? Spain?
Because the demand, not only the demand is high there, but the price is higher.
Oh, okay.
So how much does it cost here? Let's say if you, because most of the people who follow the page are people who want to be entrepreneurs. Okay. They want to start their own businesses, small businesses, big businesses. So from, let's say if they get into the business, how much can they sell snails for?
This particular size is currently selling for 2,500.
Per what? Per kilo?
This one like this. 2,500. Those sizes are between 800 naira and 1,000 naira. So one, if I'm to process it for you, if you want it deshelled and oven dried, it will have additional cost of 300 naira, making 2,800. So I sell a pack of 30 pieces for 85,000 naira.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's quite expensive.
And I also read that snails are not just used to be eaten.
Yes.
We can use that for other purposes.
Things, but there are different species of snails. Okay. So for this particular species of snails, its major function is for you to eat the meat and recycle the shell. Okay. There is another species of snail that we call Achatina fulica.
Okay.
That Achatina fulica is the species that one can grow to extract snail slime, and the snail slime is used in producing products that helps with anti-aging. The snail shell can also be used as a major raw material in the constructions of roads.
Wow. Is it better to sell the snails, or is it better to just extract the liquid that they use in the beauty industry and then sell it?
It depends on the goal of whoever is farming. Okay. Because extracting snail slime is actually very capital intensive. So for someone who is starting 150,000 naira, you can't start extracting snail slime like that, because the slime extraction machine alone, you have to import it, and it's a whole lot of money. So but as a beginner, you can start with growing them, and as you are growing them, you begin to see other niche in the business that you can do. Like when I started my farm, my goal was just to grow the meat and sell. But along the line, I realized that the shells are useful, and then I started recycling the snail shells, and I've made quite a lot of money from selling that product alone. It is beyond, okay, I just want to sell the snails. There are other value chain that you can think of from snail farming.
Now a personal question. Why snails, Ajoke? You could have done everything, but why did you choose snails?
Okay. When I finished school in 2016, I was waiting for my NYC, right? And then I realized that I had a delay. And so I started attending different seminars. The facilitator was talking about different businesses you can do with less than 100K. I listened attentively. He mentioned all other kind of businesses, and then he mentioned snail farming. So that caught my attention, because as a child, I'm the person that you see every time it rains with a small bucket hunting snails. And I've always been curious, when the snails hatch their eggs, that how does the egg turn to baby snails? How does it work? So it was a mystery I was unable to unravel then. And so when he mentioned snail farming, I said, okay, I think this is it for me. So I got a contact of a snail farmer in Ibadan. I got their handouts, I read it, and I also started researching on Google, and I just started anyhow with the little knowledge I had. Wow. Though I faced lots of challenges, all my snails died and a whole lot, but I was just determined that, you know what, I'm going to succeed in this. And in 2018, I met another person in Lagos who took me in, mentored me, trained me, and then
in the snail farm?
Yes. Okay. So I think I'm ready for business, and then we started properly in 2018, and we are still growing.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
I like to hear your stories, like, okay, somebody who started really small, and look at you now.
Thank you.
So if I'm asking you, how many snails do you have here? Because I see so many bags. I see so many
pens.
Yes.
So we have quite a lot. There are over 1,000.
1,000?
Yes, that's because we are selling, we are producing, and all of that. We have quite a lot of snails here. And this is even a small snail farm. There are snail farms that have thousands of snails. I mean, 5,000, 50,000, and all
wow.
of that. And so, but because of our space here, we can't do more than our current capacity. Okay. But if we have orders that is beyond what we have partners in Lagos that we can get snails from, and then we sell. Okay.
Yes. Now another question, what if people are interested but they're not in Nigeria?
Okay.
Do you do training online? Or?
Yes, we do training online. In fact, we have a class that is coming up on the 9th of August. So that's like 8 days away. We have a class that is starting very soon, and people have already started registering. We have students from all over the world, UK, USA, Ghana, and all of that. So the class fee is 35,000 naira. We have different training packages for different categories of people depending on their financial capacity. For people that want to start really small, I have just 80,000 naira, I want to start snail farming and I want to learn. So we have a 10,000 naira self-paced class. I've already done the whole video. It's a self-paced online training. Once you register, I give you your unique code to access the course. After accessing the course, you go ahead and implement. But the one I'm going to train people on, it is 35,000 naira. We hold it until Telegram for 3 days, and they also have access to my community on WhatsApp for continuous mentorship. And for people that want to come to the farm, say, okay, Joke, I want to see everything, I want to know how this is done. So we have it in 2 phases. We have the theory class that we hold online, and then the physical class that we hold on the farm. So that's like 4 days training, and that is 150,000 naira. So different training packages for different people.
Also, I have a question, because one of the challenges that I've noticed in business is that, especially in farming, is the distribution. Are you teaching people how to find maybe channels to sell their, or are you specifically focusing on the farming, on the raising, how to raise your snail, healthy organic snails, and that's it?
Okay, so for distribution, it's quite easy. The most important thing is for you to grow your snails. Once you are able to grow your snails, selling is not a problem. So we have people that we use to distribute our snails. So let's assume I have an order that is going to the UK or USA. I have people that we have partnered with that once the product is ready, we send it to them, and they do their own job by sending it to our customers. So but the most important thing is for you to learn how to grow the snails first. The customer is there.
I know the demand is high.
People are always looking
very
for
high. Yes.
So when you have it, just know that make yourself visible. Put yourself where people can see you and tell them, I have snails. I have organic snail that is healthy for you. They will come looking for you. And then your job is either to process it and send it to them, or you sell the snails as live snails, depending on what your customer wants.
Awesome. So we're going to put the information down for people interested. Get in touch with Ajoke, okay? She will provide you with all the information. Donc, on va mettre les informations en bas. Si vous êtes intéressé, contactez-la, contactez son équipe. Il y a beaucoup de personnes qui parlent anglais sur la page. Beaucoup. Je dirais un bon confirmé 25 à 30%. La communauté des États-Unis en tout cas. Et l'Angleterre. Donc, contactez-la. Je sais que les autres pays également parlent anglais. Et vous aurez les informations. Another question. You say it's a farm here, and when we came, I saw other animals. Do you just do snail farming, or do you do other stuff?
Just snail farming.
For the moment?
Yes. The other animals is for personal consumption.
Oh, okay. Who knows? Maybe you might extend it to some other.
For now, it's for personal consumption.
Okay, already. You have something else to add to the people who are watching this video?
What I'll just say is, whatever you want to do, just start now. There is no right time or the best time. The best time is today, the right time is today. So whatever it is you want to do, if you feel you have passion for snail farming, don't wait till you have the millions, the one plot of land before you start, right? So just start, and when you are starting, ensure you acquire the right knowledge, so that it will not be a sorry case like me, because for 2 good years I was going in circles. I didn't know what I was doing until I finally found someone who was willing to teach me how the business works. Okay. So, and then when you are starting off, ensure that you use the best structure to start, and then from there you graduate gradually till you are fully stabilized.
So everybody can start?
Anybody can start. It doesn't even take time. The only thing we have to do today is to probably feed them and clean their house. And their house is not even looking dirty. We cleaned yesterday, so we might not clean today.
They don't need that many maintenance, right?
No.
No? Okay.
Stress-free.
Wow. Wow. Stress-free. I like that.
When you come in the evening, pack their leftovers, wet them, and give them food. They will do their thing.
And how much can someone make in this business, let's say after 2 years, if the person is serious and focused?
If the person is serious, okay, so each snail is estimated to give you 6 eggs. This special
6 eggs.
Yes. I'm trying to. Let me get an hand glove so that I can show you what the snail eggs looks like. And
okay.
Okay, so I want to show you what the eggs looks like, and for this particular species that I have, they will lay 6 to 14 eggs depending on
14
the age.
eggs.
Yes, depending on the age.
Eggs are big like that?
Yes. So there are other species of snails that lay smaller eggs, but these are the species that lay bigger eggs. Okay. So depending on the age of the snail, for this the small sizes of snails here, by the time they drop their egg, it will not be as big as this. But the jumbo snails, when they drop their egg, it will be this big. So each snail will lay 6 to 14 eggs, and they will lay twice or 3 times a year, depending on the weather. So let's assume you start with 50 snails. So that let's use the minimum number of eggs, which is 6. That's 6 times 50
is 300.
300. Right. And they will do that twice in a year. So let's say 900 eggs within a year.
Wow.
So at the long run, you should have a minimum of 800 snails after 2 years. If you want to sell the parent stock by that time, you should sell nothing less than 2,500 because they would have been big. So it's a very viable business, but it just needs patience.
Okay, okay. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. Bon les gars, on va conclure la vidéo. Hein. Je voulais vraiment remercier Adjoke pour son temps. I wanted to thank you for your time. It was so important for us to come here, to leave Lagos and come in here either way, okay, and come and see, you know, it's all about, on est très pragmatique sur la chaîne, on vient toucher du doigt, c'est important pour nous de venir toucher du doigt et donc de voir ce qui se fait, si c'est vraiment ce qu'ils font, parce qu'il y a beaucoup de gens qui disent des choses sur les réseaux sociaux, et elle était recommandée également. Voilà, donc les gens intéressés, laissez-lui un message, contactez-la et commencez petit, comme elle a dit. C'est une professionnelle, elle sait exactement de quoi elle parle, ok. Voilà les gars, on est bien au Nigeria. On est là à Abidjan. On se voit donc à la prochaine vidéo. Prenez soin de vous. Peace.
Thank you.
Bye.